Is Genshin Impact still worth playing in 2026, or is the almost 6-year-old gacha game power crept, dying, and past its prime? Genshin Impact has been out for over 5 years now, and with the most recent Nation of Not Cry and the release of Columbina, the dedicated Genshin community has been just as passionate about the game as ever. But for newer returning players, has the game evolved and gotten better with time, or has it peaked, leaving you behind on a massive amount of boring content that's not worth your time? In this video, we're going to dive in and break down the current state of the game, what's new, what's changed, and whether or not it's worth their time in 2026. First up, the amount of content in this game is massive. If you are a new player, there is an absolutely huge amount of content waiting for you. With the release of Natlan last year and our current journey through Notcry, we now have 7 fully explorable nations, each with their own quests, storylines, characters, and enemies. Easily hundreds, if not over 1,000 hours of content in the form of quests, exploration, character building, and so much more this game has to offer. Especially if you're just starting now, you will not run out of things to do pretty much ever. I started playing in early 2023 and I'm still not finished with everything there is to do in the game. This could be seen as a huge positive or a negative, which leads to a big question: are you too far behind? Is Genshin too big to start in 2026? In my opinion, no, you're not behind. Genshin Impact is, at its core, a single-player open-world RPG that just happens to be a live service gacha game with optional co-op. Just like any other single-player game, you kind of just play through things at your own pace. Want to jump in now and go straight to the newest nation, Notcry, and see what all the hype is about? Go for it. The game doesn't stop you. You can go anywhere you want, and the enemies scale to your player level. And you can unlock characters from any nation as long as they're on the current banner. If you really don't care about skipping ahead, the game even gives you opportunities to skip to the latest nation's Archon quest. I wouldn't always recommend doing this, but it is an option. You can also do any world quest in any nation at any time. The game is designed for you to play through it at your own pace. Sure, you won't be at the current nation's latest Archon quest the day it releases, but there really is no rush to getting there. You may miss out on the release event rewards from the quest, but you'll still get rewards from doing it and all the other quests in the game. Though by starting now, you will have missed some things. There are major limited time events every year, like the summer event and Lantern Rite, and there are no way to replay these once the event is over. You will have completely missed this story content, and if you want to see it, you'll have to watch a playthrough. You will have missed all the other non-story related limited time events as well, but that really isn't a negative. There are constant limited time events in Genshin. It's rare to not see one going on, and in my opinion, that is a huge positive. These events give even more ways to get rewards, and it shows that Hoyoverse is long from abandoning this game. They still give us a massive amount of content, which is great to see. Even if you've finished everything, there's pretty much always something new to do. Let's talk about gameplay, because they've added a lot. The new big thing with Notcry is lunar reactions. This isn't a new element, but a variation of existing ones. Characters from Notcry who have a moon wheel instead of a vision can use these reactions, and having Columbina allows any character to be able to do them. So far, we have Lunar Charged for Electro, Lunar Bloom for Dendro, and Lunar Crystallized for Geo. This new reaction system has added a new dimension to team building, especially with Notcry. These new reactions are a lot of fun to use, and they show that Hoyoverse is still adding to and evolving the core gameplay of Genshin, not just adding more of the same. They've also added a ton of quality of life updates in the last couple years, making commissions easier, artifact farming easier, as well as artifact loadouts, changes to the resin system, and so much more that improves the overall core gameplay loop. The game is still being heavily updated and is in a really good place right now. They've made a lot of really good updates in the last couple years, which is great to see. There are also 3 endgame modes now, which are Spiral Abyss, Imaginarium Theater, and Stygian Onslaught. These are great for later game players to have more content, as well as something for those who love character building to work towards. As for the story, the main Teyvat storyline is heading in a really interesting direction, and we're getting closer to the end. We are right now deep in the storyline of Notcry, which has honestly been peak. We're learning so much more about the lore of the travelers, the world itself, the gods, the Hexen Circle, and even more interesting stuff. Things are finally seeming to tie together, and it's been super interesting with Notcry. Not to spoil anything for beginners, but things get pretty crazy. The Cryo Nation Snezhnaya is most likely going to be next, and will probably be released later this year, which is super exciting. And after that, the only remaining known nation is Conria. It seems that we'll be getting to the end of the Teyvat chapter within the next couple years, but I feel like there's a reason why it's called the Teyvat chapter. I don't think the end of the Teyvat storyline will mean the end of Genshin Impact. So for a new player, there is a lot of story to catch up on, but like I mentioned earlier, you can do so at your own pace. There's no need to rush through everything. If you were around in 2025, you'll remember the awkward silences during some of the Natlan Archon quests. That was a result of some of the voice actors being on strike, but luckily that is over. There are a couple of new voice actors now, like the new voice actors for Paimon and Keqing, but with Notcry, there are no silent unvoiced parts in the main quest, which is great. Let's talk about the biggest recent addition to the game, Millie Wonderland. Hoyoverse didn't just add a new nation to the game in 2025, they added an entire new game mode inside of Genshin. Millie Wonderland is Genshin's full UGC mode. Players can now create their own custom maps, domains, game modes, all within Genshin. It's a massive tool that's given the community the platform to build everything from parkour challenges to PvP and even Genshin Impact or Minecraft within Genshin. Like, people are working on their own full games within Genshin Impact now. And this comes with the ability for players to jump in and play whatever game mode they want. It's basically Roblox or Fortnite creative built into Genshin. Millie also introduced a feature that players have been wanting forever, which is character customization. You can create your own unique character to use within this mode or even in main Genshin. But of course there is a catch with this, and there's been a lot of controversy around this. And that is, Hoyoverse has got to make their money somehow. To get new cosmetics and ways to customize your character, you have to wish on a new separate banner. And how do you get the currency for that banner? You have to swipe your card. There is no free-to-play way to earn the currency to wish on the cosmetic banner. And this fact has caused a huge controversy around Millie in general. Like, people boycott the whole mode because of this, but really there are a lot of cool game modes in there that people are working on. Just don't bother with cosmetics. The entire UGC mode itself is free, but the entire customization system is locked behind a paywall. Millie itself is, in my opinion, a fantastic addition in terms of content for this game. Just don't bother with the character customization part of this mode, just use one of your normal Genshin characters or the outfits it gives you. Another growing issue with Genshin is the file size. This game has become massive. On PC and console, you're looking at a download that is around 100 gigabytes and around 30 to 40 gigabytes for mobile. And the game is still growing and expanding, so be prepared to dedicate a good chunk of your storage to this game if you want to play it in 2026. With all that said though, is Genshin Impact still worth playing in 2026? In my opinion, the answer is yes. The game is more accessible than ever, with years of quality of life improvements making the new player experience the best it's ever been. The volume of story content and the amount that they update this game is enough to rival even full-price AAA games, and it's all free. You're not too far behind to enjoy the journey, and you're arriving just in time for some of the story's most exciting chapters. You're not alone if you're new either. There are a ton of new people playing this game. The game even launched on Xbox last year, which brought in even more new players. The addition of new massive modes like Millie Wonderland and the new in-game modes shows that Hoyoverse is still invested in this game's future, even if their monetization methods aren't the greatest with stuff like Millie. If you're a new player, there has never been a better time to jump in. If you're a returning player, your old account is still waiting for you with a huge amount of new things to do. If you're thinking about playing Genshin in 2026, I say go for it. And if you're new and need help getting started, subscribe. I have a ton of beginner guides on my channel for you to check out, like this one on screen now.